Hey, what's up guys, Malt here, and we're back with some more Konran Zanki GATE01 Prism virus. I just saved, and now we're gonna sleep. Let's go to sleep. Sleep time. ... Tomorrow's the last day before a second victim succumbs to the mind hack. Oh, that's coming soon, huh? Who's it gonna be? Or what if it's gonna be me? We seldom think about it, but we rarely believe that bad things can happen to us. We dwell in our fickle delusion and stay confident that someone else will be taking the pain instead of us. But it doesn't always happen this way. It is such an egotistical way, of thinking in a way, or is it just a yearning for ignorance? A thing to disregard how any of us could be doomed to bear a harrowing fate, and all of that just because of our longing for one unquenchable desire to live in peaceful, happy life. But can happiness be linked to ignorance? After all, don't we stay a fool's paradise? It's funny in a sense how often we associate the word reality with complicated matters. Get a grip on reality. Reality check. Face reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Wait, sorry. To bring back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. There we go. And maybe that accepting reality is accepting the painful side of our existence, and maybe that living in ignorance is a way to be happy by disregarding the distressing aspect of the human condition. But ignorance has never brought anyone anywhere. Ooh, this is Hey, that's the room. Another dream? Later that night, I dreamt about the secret room, but it all seemed cryptid. I was locked inside and it seemed to be wider and darker than it truly was. And suddenly, black shadows started appearing, circling me and talking with distorted voices. I was petrified. Somehow, I could even feel my body tensing up. This discovery had reached me on a psychological level. What is it? Is it already the morning? Why do I just sleep with the laptop in my bed? I don't remember recollecting any other memory this night. Will I ever have another one? Who's knocking? Yes? Fujita, it's Jojo.
Hi.
I'm coming. Takatsugu, Amane, good morning. I thought Takatsugu would come to talk about yesterday, but since Amane is here too, I don't think it's the purpose behind his coming. I just realized something. You know how everybody just has their room perfectly the way they want it to? What if they actually did set up the room the way they wanted it to before they knew that their memory was going to get wiped? That's why everybody just happens to have everything they love in their own room. They probably placed them all there and they're like, well, we're going to forget everything when we wake up, so let's just all have this set up and then we'll go to bed. And then they all went to bed. Maybe this was a voluntary thing that happened to them. Who knows? I thought Takatsugu would come to talk about yesterday, but since Amane's here too, I don't think it's the purpose behind his coming. Good morning, Fujita. You look splendid in your sleeping outfit. Good morning, dear. Forgive us for our intrusion at such an early hour. You probably wish to sleep a little more? That's fine. I believe I've slept enough. We're coming to We're coming by Han's request to announce you and tell you that everyone's planning a picnic for this evening. We've all come up with this splendid idea of spending a convivial moment all together before the grim day befalls upon us. That'd be nice indeed. That would be a bit similar to the pool party. Let's try to make everyone join the event this time. Cool then, you're one of the last late risers we had to tell it to. What? Am I again the last one to wake up? I've been so exhausted lately that my sleep schedule has been starting to shift. I hate waking up so tardily. Almost, yeah, but like usual, Sasahara's still the last one to be in bed. Should we go wake up Sasahara? We need to get him aware about the picnic too. Oh yeah, totally. I totally want to see his morning face. Plus that Bud's a bit of a rare fish to catch. It makes me want to bully him. See ya, Fujita. Happy to know they're planning such a pleasant activity for today. After all, it's true that tomorrow's already the second time. No. I shouldn't be starting to think about that. Let's get ready, onward and upward. Onward and upward! I love that saying. I say it all the time. Alright, clean to the core and good to go. New morning! Do I just head straight there, maybe? Oh, hi. Who sniff? Uraka. Him? crying? What are you sobbing for? Don't look at me weeping. That's hella awkward. It's not. We can talk if you want. Damn, forget about it. It's embarrassing I've told you. I wonder what's gone into him. It feels odd seeing him in this state. Hope he's fine. He's probably fine. Why would he be sobbing in the middle of the damn hallway if he didn't want anyone to see him, though? That's the worst place to be sobbing. Boys wing. Alright. Knock, knock. Knock, 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 knock. Hanbi's not opening. Okay, you know what? I think everyone might just be back at... I'm not going to knock on every door when it takes me 10 freaking clicks to open a door. So I'm just going to go to the parlor. Anybody home? Nope. Let's go over to the cafeteria. You know what? I'm kind of covering a lot of my face, aren't I? Maybe I should be fixing that. There we go. Fujita, we've been waiting for you. She probably needed the time to change from her sexy night playsuit to her casual wear. Sexy playsuit, huh? Interesting detail. It's the same one you were wearing during the pool party? Those are truly glamorizing your curves. Please, Hanbi, no one's asked for your lewd opinion. Regardless, I'm sorry for being so late once again. I needed some sleep and I took a relaxing shower. It's not like we have a schedule to abide by anyway. Luckily, yes, but I'll keep that in mind nonetheless. By the way, does anyone know what's going wrong with Uraraka today? I saw him crying in the corridors earlier. I believe it's my fault. I'm awful. Your fault? What did she do that could have possibly upset Uraraka this much? Yes, I declined Yuto's breakfast because I had already eaten.
Huh?
What? Just for that? Probably a mental breakdown. He's finally showing his true nature, his arrogance being a mere facade. But his sudden shift of behavior truly is rather prompt and mysterious. Maybe he has some deeper issues after all. Huh? I'll go comfort him. Well, mornings here sure are restless. Then I'm about to make it more restless. I would like to talk to you about yesterday. His voice is taking such a serious tone all of a sudden. Listen, after wandering around the facility, I invited Yuzuki to my room and she said yes. We talked about lots of things and speculated about various topics. That was very entertaining. Because of my job, it's been such a long time since I've had a consistent, interesting conversation with a woman. I'm happy for you, Hanbi. But what does that have to do with me? I'd rather like to know whether or not Dokoroku came out while Takatsugu and I were in Hanakogi's room. Forgive me, Fujita. You seem like such a sympathetic ear that I felt like talking about it with you. Concerning Dokoroku, it didn't even come out once. It didn't even came out once. We haven't been hearing from it for a while now, but it's only for the best. We don't have much to say then, but you probably have a lot of things to report on your side. What about joining Yuzuki so that we can hear about your discoveries? She's in the kitchen preparing her cup of tea. Follow me. Fujita, how are you doing? Hello, Yuzuki. I'm fine, thank you. What about you? I feel better. This night was invigorating somehow. Probably my first paisible slumber since I've been in this hell. Paisible and hell in the same sentence. That sounds very conflicting. And how is the... Okay, is paisible basically just mean passable or like mediocre or like okay? Let me just figure it out. Or is it just like, or is something really more positive? Paisible. Peaceful. It just means peaceful, tranquil, quiet, calm. Okay. So, calm hell. Great. Now I know. I should really be... I'm often way too lazy to look it up. But I'm going to keep trying to do that more. How's the tea doing? It's a bit too watery. I'm not really good at brewing herbs, but there isn't any tea bag left. You should have asked. I still have some in my pockets. What an odd place for these sorts of things. Isn't it? Besides, why does he just keep carrying around tea bags in his pockets? Besides, I think it's about time to make my report from yesterday's investigation. We'll be all ears to hear about it. We've been thinking about this all night long. I can satiate your curiosity plentifully. But first, we should go to the greenhouse. Take the lead on, then. Well then, please proceed to tell us everything in detail, Fujita. Let's cut to the chase then. We did find a secret room beneath the hatch. Astonishing. Whoa, calm down. Stop yelling so loud. Okay, that's the whole point we're here. We weren't being unrealistic. Our efforts have finally borne fruit. Yes, but ironically, that isn't the most intriguing part. We found another door that Takatsuka was unable to open. A computer that was stuck on a hacking interface and a... Hold on, please. What do you mean exactly by hacking interface? Takatsuka believes that an external source has been hacking a computer that seems to belong to the mastermind. I personally believe that someone could be trying to interfere with their plans or at best trying to localize their position. Well, that's an unexpected turn of events. And once more, it's still not the worst part. We also discovered puzzling files about each one of us. In those files, there were some details about each one of us. Like names, fingerprints, ID numbers, as well as departments and other things. Now, there was also something that confirms what I saw in Yorino's memories. There's a Jack Ross emblem in those files. That's disconcerting. It almost seems to imply that we collaborated with this mysterious organization one way or another. Collaborated with them? That's a possibility. But that we have a connection. But the fact that we have a connection to Jack Ross now is certainty. What else did you find, Fujita? That was pretty much it, which I believe is already way enough. Furthermore, we didn't want to stay in that room for too long to avoid raising any suspicion. But maybe you would like to go there too, the both of you? No? Okay. Although we cannot afford to waste any more of our time, we cannot act recklessly either. If we go to this secret room on a regular basis, Tokoroku might figure out that something is going on. If it's not already the case, at least. Furthermore, just like you said, it seems like Takatsuka and you have both already investigated the entire area. For today, I advise you to spend your time casually and reflect about our next move. But Yuzuki, Yuzuki isn't wrong, Fujita. We have to be patient and act judiciously. But you don't seem to understand that the longer we wait before taking action, the more likely we have to face the death of someone else. Wait, that's it. You already know... I have to say mate that I used during the whole quantum waltz. You already know that this idea may lead to making sacrifices. You have already figured that out. But even the two of you could perish for that. We know already. Do you really believe that we doze off all safe and soundly every night? But if we make a single wrong step on this perilous path, the entire road we've built up so far could collapse under our feet. It said under out feet. Our attempts would become failures even before giving them a try. I know, however, we cannot afford to be losing anyone else. But don't you care for others? Don't you have dreams or ambitions for yourselves? We all do, so we cannot let our plans rely on sacrifice. Whoa. Fujita, keep your mouth shut or you're only intending to spout further rubbish. Your way of thinking is juvenile and completely irrational. Clearly, we're in a quandary. That means a state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do in a difficult situation. Clearly, we're in a quandary here. There? I'm guessing here. And not in a position from which we'll be able to leave unscathed. How dare you assume... How dare you assume that we are indifferent to the possible fate that each other... Unfortunate soul... Okay, this is a tough sentence. How dare you assume that we are indifferent to the possible fates that may undergo each unfortunate soul trapped in this hellish pit might undergo. There we go. We don't need the other. Even going as far as assuming that we don't have any dream or ambition either. Now get a hold of yourself right away. None of us want to give up or lose, but we have to take risks in order to get the odds in our favor. However, if you finally wish to act like it, then help us figure out a happy medium between saving as many people as possible and finding a solution to get out of here safely. It hurts my pride to admit it, but Yuzuki is right. I'm just being blinded by my determination to save everyone, but clearly it has already come to a failure. I need to find the right way to proceed. I'm sorry for speaking before thinking. I haven't been able to think straight lately. Damn, Yorino would have been so happy about that. But you have to promise me that your future plans won't be relying on sacrifice. Don't make us sound like heartless monsters. We do care about our friends. Everyone's working hard. Everyone deserves to make it through this nightmare. I hope so. Fine then. I hope so seems to translate to your approbation. Approbation? So that's acceptable. Wait, hold on. It apparently just means approval. It's the same word as approval. But now, if you may excuse me, Fujita. Yuzuki, dear, I heard Uraraka had baked biscuits earlier this morning. May I offer you some? I'm not really in the mood for that. Thank you nonetheless. You may have upset her, Fujita. But whatever. Yuzuki seems to be the type of person who can only be calmed down by her own will. She doesn't seem to be a grudgeful person, so she'll probably forget about it quickly. And I sincerely doubt that bringing her some biscuits will make it... Make it better? But I'm sure that my dear friend Fujita will accept a friendly rendezvous for some freshly baked confectionaries. Confectionaries? Hanmi and I spent some time discussing while eating a handful of biscuits Uraraka had baked. Fastly enough, noon went by, and like Yuzuki had advised me, I was going to spend my day casually all the while thinking about what to do next. So free time? Is that what that means? Does that mean free time? I don't know. It could mean free time. Interlude! Yay! Well, since I have to spend the day casually, like Yuzuki told me to, then how should I spend it? Should I go to my room and use my laptop, or should I go after someone to discuss with? Whoever just goes to their room. That seems boring. I would never spend my entire day in the room. Never mind. That's not true at all. Best way to spend my time casually, I suppose. I've probably never spent so much time socializing. Dun, dun. Anyways, let's go talk to Yuzuki, who hates us now. I'm sure giving her... I gave her enough time. Let's go. What? She's not in here? Things are really bad now. Dun, 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 dun. I didn't mean to press that button. Alright, let's go over to her room directly. Maybe she's just in there. Well, we know these two are here now. Not that I care. Let's go. Come on, Yuzuki, hang out with me. Yuzuki, come on, hang out with me. Yuzuki! Who is it? It's me, the girl who pissed you off. Are you still upset at me, Yuzuki? Anger is not my default mood. I will hold on to my opinion that you acted very immaturely, but I'm way over that now. I'm not a kid anymore, after all. I'm happy to hear that. Should I spend some time with Yuzuki? Duh. Besides, on your side, you seem to be a bit troubled, Fujita. Is there an issue? I mean, besides the obvious fact that we're trapped in a confined facility to the will of a demented mastermind, I don't need you to remind me about that. And I'm still worried for my loved ones, obviously. How selfless of you to be showing more concern for your relatives than for yourself. I guess that's how it works when you feel true love. Isn't it the same for you? Not really. Aren't you preoccupied for your family? They might be dead worried for you right now. Emphasis on the dead. I don't have much connection with my family anymore. I had to grow apart from them in order to prevent them from interfering with my studies. Really? That's such a stern way of thinking. Yuzuki. That's not a way of thinking, that's a way of proceeding. I'm not cold-hearted, but there's been several instances where I would sit in the darkness of my laboratory and think about them. I often feel the need to remember them, but not necessarily to see them. Is that so? That's a bit of a sad way to make up your mind. That's a bit of a sad way to make up your mind to. They made their time in my life because life itself is a story made of several chapters. There was one in which they were a part of, but now I have then turned the page to another chapter in which they're becoming comforting memories. How do you live that way? I'm genuinely inquisitive, as I've always believed that our species was meant to be sociable. There's any difference between being sociable and not fearing loneliness. And isolation doesn't scare me one bit. After all, we enter this world alone and we leave it alone. In certain cases, this may even become a quality. As an example, I'm pretty sure that's the French way to spell example. It's a required built-in feature for someone who wants to travel in space. You must not be scared of loneliness. To tell you the truth, you've mentioned it several times, but I have no idea what it takes to become an astronaut. Obviously, you need the appropriate degrees, but also 3 years of professional related experience, a long duration physical training, and a near to perfect visual acuity. I believe I could fit in spatial projects, but it's a bit odd to hear myself say this, but this goal of mine to travel in space feels more like a human ambition. But I still doubt whether or not this should come first before what I define as an existential goal. has always compelled me into working on that instead of fulfilling my own ambitions. I've devoted my life to it, going as far as sacrificing everything else. Could it be related to that thesis you've talked to me about? You remember that? Of course. I do listen to what you tell me, but you still haven't told me anything about it yet. I'm rather eager to hear about it. I appreciate the fact that my words seem to be holding a place in your memory. Your hippocampus is doing a great job. Thanks. People always say that about my hippocampus, but I'd rather not talk about that. Not yet, at least. I probably need to prove myself as trustworthy if I want her to feel comfortable with me. And she said not yet, so it isn't completely out of reach. So I need to pause my amity more. Gotcha. For a major part of the afternoon, I invited Yuzuki to my room in order to show her my works. I showed her to Tori and she seemed a bit impressed, even though it is not working anymore. Why are you here? I don't know whether or not Yuzuki enjoyed this moment, but I feel like we might have grown a little bit closer nonetheless. Are you supposed to be here right now? Because I definitely didn't hang out with you, Chloe. Okay, see you later, Chloe. Thanks for dropping in and leaving silently. I liked... Okay, Chloe. Kind of creepy, but you know, let's just not talk about that. Well, let's go chat with someone else. Clearly, Chloe wanted my attention, so maybe I should go to Chloe, but... Or, you know, I kind of want to go to Amane, actually. Where's Amane? Is Amane here? Chloe must have been jealous I was spending so much time with someone else. Amane isn't opening. Damn it, okay. Is she back at Takatsugu's again? Can she stop hanging out with Takatsugu and hang out with me instead, huh? I'm not jealous. It's Chloe. Let's pretend we don't see her. Let's pretend let's pretend that she didn't awkwardly just appear out of nowhere. Go to Takatsugu's room. What? Oh yeah, wait, Takatsugu's in the other room. Where the hell's Amane right now? Amane? Where the hell'd you go? Are you in Hanbi's room? Why would you be in Hanbi's room? Hanbi's not opening. Wait, oh yeah, because he's in the freaking kitchen. Is our Uraraka doing okay? Click. Uraraka's not opening. Okay. Oh god. Alright, let's go to antechamber. Amane! Amane, where are you? Amane! Why aren't you here? What happened to you? What happened to Amane, man? Amane just vanished into thin air. Is she in the restroom? You want to hang out in the restroom? Damn it, there's never anybody in here. Is anybody here? No. Alright, well, I guess we'll go to the parlor. Dude, seriously, where's Amane? Where's Amane? Is she hanging out in the greenhouse or something? Amane? Amane? Yo, seriously, where's Amane? Where is she? Where is she? Is she in the pool for some reason? She is! She's actually just hanging out at the pool. Hi, Amane. Click. Fujita, what a coincidence. Have you come to take a swim too? Swimming is very invigorating for the body and the best way to tonify it. Should I spend some time with Amane? Especially if it means swimming together? Yes. Of course. This situation is so palpitating. Is it not? Please stop with that, Amane. It's not palpitating, it's horrifying. I know, Fujita. It's just that fear is such an intense emotion. A bit similar to love, but in a more vehement manner. I'd rather not. I can't cope with fear, and it makes me lose all of my means. My heart feels sore, my brain cannot think right, and my limbs become all limpy and shaky. You experience different kinds of existence, I suppose. You cannot know how it feels to be able to experience such emotions at long last. Oh, no. Why at long last? Ah! Stop that! Stop doing that! I have a disease. Does your disease have anything to do with having a floating haunted face of yourself show up whenever anyone least expects it? Because if so, I think I've noticed. A disease? There it is again! Is it every time she does this face? Why? Yes, a heart condition that used to keep me from experiencing any sort of frantic activity. I could not even watch any spooky movie as I had to avoid any kind of activity that would affect my heart. Have you looked in a mirror? You are a spooky movie! What a tedium it was, believe me. But what's this disease? Cardiac infirmity? It's when your blood pressure rate can rise very high and your heart cannot sustain it. This can create an accumulation of blood clots which may lead to heart failures. I couldn't imagine that you had...
Huh?
But with all that's going on, have you been feeling okay? It is fine, my dear. I have been on medications for years now, thanks to the prolonged treatment. My heart has grown a lot healthier. This is why I feel happy to be able to feel fear at long last. My mother has always been overly protective with me. She would not even let me go to school because of my disease, apprehending that other children would try to scare me. But I understand her. She deeply cared for me and only wished to have a healthy child. That means you are homeschooled? I don't like this idea. I always think it can lead to introversion and social avoidance. And as in my case, until the end of middle school, I was unable to handle a proper conversation. But luckily for me, Choo-Choo helped me by help me open up, and since then I've become a model. I've grown to appreciate the company of others greatly. That's actually very great for you, but you must have spent most of your young years in solitude. I know that I'm used to spending time on my own, but I feel very uneasy to be constantly alone. Well, to free myself from boredom, I had to enter into the spirit of calmer activities. My favorite one was to craft dolls. Dolls? Yes, dolls are such lovely companions. You know what? I bet you could use your floating face to make a crazy scary doll. Why don't you do that? I made dozens and dozens of them as a little girl. Yeah, that one. That's the one I'm talking about right there. You could make maybe that's a floating doll on its own. Who knows? But do not consider me strange, please. I am normal, however. Yeah, really? It was hard for me to believe that when you have a floating face. I was a lonely child who simply wished to watch horror movies, go on a Halloween wander, and play mischievous japes on others. But ever since my condition has improved, I've given free rein to my heart. Now I could fill the Tokyo Metropolitan Central Library with my collection of horror movies, and I've also acquired the title of Halloween's prank priestess. Priestess? This yearly celebration is such a horrific frenzy. Please, just don't pull any prank on me, alright? Fine, my dear. This would have been courteous. These would have been courteous jokes, though. My all-time favorite prank was at one time in high school. I would go to the school's restrooms and place a fully dressed mannequin in front of an occupied toilet stall. And when the person inside the stall would look beneath the door gap, they would see a pair of legs and believe that someone was creepily waiting for them from the other side of the door. Tee-hee! I remember that some girls would stay out for hours in the stall, too terrified to come out. What the Don't tell me you were a bully? Like the kind of popular girl who would go after weaker kids? Oh dear, no way. As popular as I might have been, I was always alone. Only Choo-Choo's company would warm me up. She said sometimes, when my beloved was not around, I would wander on my own and have fun tormenting people. I would always maintain some limits. Scaring is fun. Harming is not. Is it even better? Her well-mannered and friendly demeanor totally dims her mischievous side. For a major part of the afternoon, Amane and I sat in the greenhouse. She sincerely sounds like a charming person, regardless of her liking for jokes and creepy things. Pausamity! Hell yeah! I feel like Amane and I have gotten closer. I don't know why, but I feel granted somehow. Time has gone by rather rapidly. I feel like being a bit on my own. Thinking about our next move. That's easy to say, Yuzuki. I was sitting on my bed, slightly confused. What could be that? I don't know how to even say. I don't know what the heck is trying to be emphasized here. What could be that next move? What does she even mean by that? I was unable to think about this straightly. Once again, Yurino would be very happy to hear that. My best bet at that time was a locked door in the secret room, and I started doubting that we could even find a way to open it, considering that even Takatsugu was unable to find a solution. There was also that gate in front of the elevator. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's not the gate you want to use here. It's an actual gate. Okay. That seemed to be futile to even raise that topic. Nothing proved itself to be useful so far. I was feeling a bit lonelier all of a sudden, so I started thinking about Mizuki and Iroha. How peaceful was Iroha's world now? I hoped firmly that her mind hadn't ended up into nothingness, that her existence wasn't simply fading out into a brittle memory of her. I imagined her in a happier place, full of cats like she would probably like. Such a beautiful mind wasn't meant to dissolve. I leaned down on the side of my bed, my eyes feeling weary from despondency, and started scanning the entire facility in my mind. I couldn't guess about our next move, but was there something that could help us venture a bit closer toward the ultimate truth? What was at our disposal? What was something that could not be handled easily? What was something that could seem odd enough to be worth of an inspection? I twirled a maddening amount of thoughts in my head, but to no avail. Why can't I think of anything? There must be something after all. I might just go around the place and see for myself. Token obtained? Why did I even get this? Gallery bonus? Hell yeah! You've obtained enough tokens to unlock the picture gallery bonus. You can now access it by pressing the S button and choosing the gallery option. S. That sure is a spooky menu. Loading. Loading. Ooh, look at this! It's the gallery! Wait, I'm missing so many pictures. Oh no! W and Q. Wait, what the hell is this? Oh wait, no, I remember that. Oh cool, you can zoom in and stuff. Damn, there's a lot of pictures. This makes me realize how many pictures are being drawn in this or have been drawn for this game. No, it's no freaking small matter. Holy hell. There's 46 pictures. Wait, why does it say I have 0%? I definitely have more than 0. I can literally see them right now. See? See, game? Anyways, I want to check this. Wait. Wait, is that bad? Oh wait, I think this is bad. Cause look, this bar went smaller when I hung out with Amane. I think I'm in Negamity right now. No one likes me. Everyone hates me. Hanmi really hates me. Oh no, Yorino died hating me. No. God damn it. Well, at least we're getting, at least Chloe and Takatsugu seem to be okay with me in some way. We'll get to this, hopefully we get to the positive side soon, I guess. Anyways, I guess we're looking around the facility randomly in the next episode, so that's what we'll do. But for now, that's all for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please leave a like down below. It helps me a lot. And as always, I hope you guys all have a great day. And I'll see you guys next video. See ya!